Let's go Dolphins! Coach Mike McDaniel is struggling to organize the team, correct mistakes, and reach the playoffs this season. If you believe that the Dolphins will make the playoffs, hit the like button. Seriously, I really believe in it. If possible, write it like this: hope is the last to die. Fins up. The Miami Dolphins received a significant update today as head coach Mike McDaniel provided detailed insights into the team's injury status and playoff prospects during his press conference. Fans eager for clarity on Bradley Chubb and Cam Good's return were met with promising news. Both edge rushers, sidelined since sustaining injuries last season, are set to begin practice on Wednesday. McDaniel confirmed that the team has 21 days to activate them for game action. The implications of their return could be pivotal, especially with critical matchups against the Jets, Texans, and 49ers on the horizon. Bradley Chubb, who hasn't played since his ACL injury on December 31st against Buffalo, could be a game-changer for the Dolphins' pass rush, which currently ranks among the league's bottom 4 in sacks. McDaniel praised Chubb's dedication to recovery and hinted at the potential impact of his return, particularly against struggling offensive lines like those of the Texans and Jets. While his return brings optimism, questions remain about whether it might come too late to salvage Miami's playoff hopes. Cam Good, sidelined since a pectoral tendon injury on January 7th, is also set to resume practice, adding depth to a position group that has been stretched thin throughout the season. Elsewhere, McDaniel touched on injuries to key players on rival teams, notably the San Francisco 49ers. With Christian McCaffrey placed on injured reserve due to a PCL injury, Jordan Mason sidelined by a high ankle sprain, and Trent Williams managing ongoing issues, the 49ers appear to be vulnerable. Defensive lineman Kevin Givens is also out with a torn pectoral muscle, further weakening their lineup. McDaniel noted that while the Dolphins can capitalize on these developments, their focus must remain on securing victories in their own upcoming games. Tonight's game between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns could also play a crucial role in Miami's playoff calculations. A Broncos loss would significantly enhance the Dolphins' chances of securing a playoff spot due to their favorable conference record tiebreaker. The Broncos face a challenging schedule ahead, including games against the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers, making tonight's result even more consequential. McDaniel acknowledged the importance of such external factors, but emphasized that the team must focus on controlling its own destiny. The injury list for the Dolphins remains lengthy, with several key players' statuses uncertain. Cornerback Kendall Fuller, recovering from a concussion, is expected to return this week, pending protocol clearance. In contrast, Cam Smith's shoulder injury appears more severe, sidelining him for at least another week. Right tackle Kendall Lamb is battling a painful elbow injury that affected his blocking performance against the Packers, contributing to the team's struggles in critical short-yardage situations. McDaniel's remarks highlighted the need for improved offensive line depth, a recurring issue throughout the season. Looking ahead, the Dolphins face the Jets, Texans, and 49ers in what could be season-defining games. The Jets, reeling from a disappointing performance against Seattle, present an opportunity for Miami to regain momentum. McDaniel pointed out the Jets' offensive line issues and the struggles of veteran quarterback Aaron Rodgers, suggesting that a revitalized Dolphins pass rush could exploit these weaknesses. The Texans and 49ers, both dealing with significant injuries, also appear beatable, but consistency will be key if the Dolphins hope to make a late-season playoff push.
The return of Bradley Chubb and Cam Good offers a glimmer of hope for a defense that has faltered in recent weeks. Their presence could help shore up a pass rush that has struggled to pressure opposing quarterbacks effectively. However, fans remain divided on whether this potential boost will be enough to overcome the team's broader challenges, including inconsistent performances and a roster decimated by injuries. The loss to the Bills on a 61-yard field goal and the Packers game, where offensive line issues were glaring, underscore the fine margins that have defined the Dolphins season. McDaniel also addressed changes at quarterback, with Tyler Huntley moving into the backup role behind Tua Tagovailoa. This shift demotes Skylar Thompson to the third-string position, raising questions about his future with the team. Huntley's promotion reflects a desire for more reliable backup options, particularly as the team navigates the critical stretch of its schedule. For fans, the big question remains, can the Dolphins rally to make the playoffs, or is this season slipping away? The team's fate could hinge on the next few games and the return of key players like Chubb and Good. While optimism exists, McDaniel acknowledged the uphill battle, urging his team to stay focused and take advantage of opportunities as they arise. The Dolphins have faced adversity before, and this season is no different. What do you think? Dolphins fans, will the return of Bradley Chubb and Cam Good be the spark Miami needs, or are the playoffs a long shot at this point? Share your thoughts below. We want to hear from you. Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel provided fans with some critical updates this week, giving insight into the team's preparations and challenges as they gear up for their next game. Two big names, Chubb and Goodwill, are set to return to the practice field this Wednesday, signaling a major step forward after enduring extensive rehabs. McDaniel emphasized how meaningful this milestone is, not just for the players, but for the entire team. Their journey, rehabbing while others trained, recovering during the offseason, and persisting while teammates vacationed, has inspired their peers. Seeing them back in action will undoubtedly provide a morale boost, especially on defense. These returns couldn't come at a better time. As McDaniel explained, the energy brought by players returning from long-term injuries lifts everyone on the roster. It's not just about their on-field impact, but about what they represent: resilience, determination, and dedication. For a team looking to find its rhythm in the season's later stages, having these players practicing again could ignite a much-needed spark. Shifting to injury updates, McDaniel addressed concerns about key players' availability for the upcoming game. Kerr's back issue remains under evaluation, and it's too early to determine if he'll play. However, McDaniel assured fans that it's not something that would necessitate a roster adjustment. Unfortunately, Cam Smith's situation is more severe, and he'll be sidelined this week with a week-to-week outlook for his return. On a brighter note, there's optimism regarding a player currently in concussion protocol, with McDaniel hopeful that he could clear the necessary steps in time to suit up this weekend. Another hot topic was the backup quarterback role following Tyler "Snoop" Huntley's activation. McDaniel made it clear there's no imminent competition for the backup spot this week. Instead, he's focused on evaluating Huntley's abilities while maintaining the existing quarterback hierarchy. The conversation then shifted to the Dolphins' next opponent, highlighting the challenges posed by Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams' well-established connection. McDaniel praised their ability to execute with split-second precision, honed through years of experience together. He noted that defending this dynamic duo requires impeccable technique and discipline, as any hesitation could lead to explosive plays. The Dolphins' defense must rely on sound fundamentals and cohesive teamwork to neutralize the Jets' formidable passing attack. Fans also got a behind-the-scenes look at McDaniel's approach to offensive strategy. Despite speculation about a shift away from the Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle-centric approach, McDaniel clarified that the core philosophy remains the same. The team adapts based on how defenses choose to defend their star receivers. When opponents double-team Hill and Waddle, it creates opportunities for other players to step up, as evidenced by recent games. McDaniel highlighted a 30-yard completion to Hill in a recent game as an example of how patience and execution can eventually exploit defensive schemes. This adaptability has also allowed players like Jonnu Smith to shine. Smith, who has already reached career highs in receptions and receiving yards, has become a critical component of the offense. McDaniel credited Smith's development within the system, noting his improved timing, route running, and ability to create separation. Smith's physicality and determination have made him a difficult player to tackle, earning him the respect of teammates and opponents alike. McDaniel's confidence in Smith is evident, as he's become a trusted target for quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, whose precision and ball placement have helped Smith maximize his impact. McDaniel also delved into the team's mental and physical toughness, a quality he believes is essential for long-term success in the NFL.